Alright guys, Supreme Kami here, and today there's going to be two units that I do want to showcase off as far as their abilities. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is the fact that these two units are going to be capital farming killers. As far as that goes, they are going to be able to allow you to farm up at least twice as much as what you would normally do. So that's why I do want to recommend that for you guys, because in terms of capital farming currently in this game, it's horrendous. Every unit requires so many capitals that you want to play with all of them, but you can't because capital wise is a struggle. So after the update, that will probably change. I don't know when they'll roll out that update per se, but until that time comes, these two units are probably going to be your best friends as far as farming capital. First unit, we are going to be taking a look at the Gundam Alex. For those who does not know, if you guys do use the SPA for this one, it's pretty much going to be equipping the Choban armor, and that's essentially going to be changing this unit from an all-rounder. It's going to change into an infighter. When this, how the game classifies, so after you do like add on the Choban armor, for that 60 seconds when you guys start killing enemies, finishing them off, for example, their capital drop is going to turn from yellow to red. That allow you to form. I think it's more. I don't want to say it's double, triple, but you get more. I do have a clip of me just playing through the Directory 7, the one in Teheran. I was farming for like a good 10 minutes, going around the map for example, and I got nearly double. No, I got more than double. So that's why Alex Gundam is going to be one of those one that is going to be your best friend. The other one that I'll be recommending is probably, in my opinion, a little bit better as far as the usability and just my time enjoying the farming. This one is better. We have ourselves the Gundam F91. So this one is essentially the same thing. So once you activate the SPA, it transforms pretty much going to be activating the Miki to power up temporary and then power up weapons. So this one's going to be another one that, as far as the SPA or this new mode here, it's going to be lasting for that 1 minute duration. So you can literally farm up for a very good timer, for example. So that's definitely something good. So for that 1 whole minute, you can literally knock out anyone, and then you'll be getting those red capital drops. So that's gonna be good. As far as which one I'll use more than the other, I would definitely say have to be the F91, just because in terms of the mobility, it's just better. As far as the sharpshooter, because this one is a sharpshooter category, so if you do use, let's say, your roll action, you instantly get a replenishment on your weaponry. So that's why I like that factor, so I can continue just spamming. By the time you finish spamming like your whole bar, like everything, you can do that once again, and then by the time you finish your second replenishment, I'm pretty sure the next wave of bars should be ready to fill up. So that's why in my opinion I do like the F91 just a little bit better. As for in terms of the Alex Gundam, some of the strengths that I would say towards the latter half, like literally towards the final wave, I found that Alex Gundam in the Choban armor mode, just punching people was so. I feel like it's faster in terms of farming compared to the F91. That specific environment, I feel like it struggled a little bit just because I have so much enemy. This one, obviously, you cannot replenish any of your let's say sub weapons, because this one's an infighter after you transform. But if you do use, let's say, your GB chain break, for example, you can literally instantly continue dashing. So for this factor, I like let's say the Alex Gundam just a little bit better, just because you can. I think I was able to chain break up to 3 times during that duration, and I was literally just hammering people down. So those are some strength and weaknesses I would say for both of them. F91 is definitely going to be a little bit faster, while the Alex Gundam is gonna be beefier and slower. So depending on how your taste is either you want to go close range or you want to be a long shooter, however we want to do it. But as far as some equipments that I do want to show off for you guys, those are probably good recommendation. Okay, so as for the equipment selections or the skills, I went for this one. We have here the roll action star. So this one essentially reduces the roll action skill meter consumption. So this one is going to be good. Let's say you're using Alex Gundam or the F91. So either or, pop this one. For Alex, you'll be able to replenish your boosting. So if you want to go in halfway melee, this one's definitely going to be your best friend. Let's say for F91, if you finished your bar and you want to instantly get like another recharge, this one is definitely going to be aligned to let's say utilize it a little bit better. So that's why I'm using the roll action. As far as the next one, the rearing to go. So this one is essentially starting up that skill meter 50% at the start of the mission. So this one, I would not, I would definitely replace this one if you guys don't like, oh, that initially 50%, because obviously after that first time 50% it's gonna be gone. So if you don't want to use this one, for example, I would definitely go for something that allows you to power up, for example. So this one, as far as this one, the hyper power, so this one only applicable when you have 100% HP, but this one essentially increases your melee. So this one for Alex, or if you Alex, you can either do both. You can go for shot if you want, it doesn't really matter. As far as for your shot, you want to go for the glass cannon here. So if you don't want to use the rearing to go, I would use these two options per se. But if not, a third option is probably gonna be going for that. If you want to extend your combo for melee specifically, I would definitely go for, let's say, the tactician, or maybe I will go for the combo. No, not this one. It's just gonna be one that reduces, let's say, your consumption. That's gonna be good. As for the last one, we have the Mind's Eye. So this one is going to be good because as for the SPA bar, we obviously do want to recast to speed up, you know, because if normally you have to wait 2 whole minutes before being able to use it once again. But obviously, if you're doing combo that is at least 10, 20, 30, or 40 in combination in succession, you'll be able to drop that timer by a good significant amount. So that's why, and you know, in conjunction with this one, I feel like it's gonna allow you to just within that, for my experience, for my as far as what I did for that 10 whole duration, I was roughly able to use it up to 4 times, so that's not bad, but I'll definitely say I could do better as far as my combo goes. But these is definitely going to be something that I'll use for saying. Alright, so as far as the mission goes, like which one I was farming, it's going to be this one, the Directory 7B, and it's going to be under the hard difficulty. So this one, you literally, you know, go around the map, you kill all those glaze, and then you get capital. This one is simple as that. There's no bosses, so you wouldn't worry about you dying, for instance. So that's why this one is just a very good ideal spot to be farming capital if you guys do not care, or if you guys do not want to deal with any of those, you know, enemy, for example. Up next, we do have the Directory 5D Chaos one. This one is going to be a very limited stage just because of the fact that you do need the reversion key. But if you happen to have it, let's say for free for 3 times, this one is going to be another one of those stages, because I think per run you're getting at least 3 million without any of those boosting. So I'll definitely take advantage of it. Either use F91, or I would definitely say use F91 over the Alex in this most specifically, just because you do have to fight a lot of enemies, so that's why F91 is probably the better choice. Alright, as for the last place, so this one is probably not going to be catering to everyone, because this one is going to be the DLC missions here. These two specifically, you are able to farm up a lot of good capitals if you guys are doing on the hard difficulty. This one per run, in my personal experience, I do get roughly about, I want to say, it's either 1 million or 3 million. I think it's either or, but I'll definitely go back and check my footage. I think it's roughly about there if you clear everything. And this one, you do have a lot of good opportunity where you spend at least good 10 to 15 minutes. So within that duration, you can definitely pop your SBA at least a good 5 to 6 times. So that's going to be a good way to farm up capitals. So yeah, as far as the stage go, these are definitely something that I personally do recommend as far as farming them. But do let me know how is your capital farming experience has been if you guys are not using those F91 or the Alex Gundam. But yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it as far as, you know, capital farming. So let's see how is it after the update as far as them increasing, you know, the capital drop. That I don't think it will alter what kind of map we're looking at specifically, just because I think all around, all across the board, should get an increased drop per se. But that is going to be pretty much it for me, and then I'll be catching you all on the next one.